Hey guys, this is Adam with Ceramic Pro and we're back for Detailing 101. The first video is going to be about how to clean and detail your wheels like a professional. Check it out. So there's a lot of ways to detail a wheel, but if you want your wheel detailed perfect like a professional, the best way is to take it off. So when taking off a wheel, the most important thing is not actually how clean it ends up, it's being safe. So we're going to go ahead and put our 6-ton jack underneath, and then we're going to go ahead and jack it up. Next, we're going to go ahead and take the wheel off. Hey guys, so getting the wheel off is the easy part. But again, make sure you do it safely. Always have your jack stands underneath. And then I highly recommend at this point, if you're gonna take off all 4 wheels, you label the wheels so that you know you're putting them back on the right spot. So next we're gonna show you how to clean it. All right guys, so we took the wheel off. If you're doing all 4 wheels, I strongly recommend you label each one so they get put back on the right one. This is for demonstration, so this is the only one we're taking off. But I wanna show you the next step. The next step, we're gonna use an iron remover. So for us, we always end up coating the wheel at the end, and it's important to have even the hidden stuff removed. Americana Release removes hidden iron deposits, which all wheels have. The process is simple. Number 1, make sure the wheel is cool, always, whenever spraying any chemicals on a wheel. This chemical is pretty wonderful because it really does the work for you. On a silver wheel or a light colored wheel, you can really see the product working. It will turn a purpley color, which you can actually see here. So what that purple is literally pieces of metal iron melting. And that's happening all over this entire wheel right now as we speak. Again, the product pretty much does all work by itself, so just keep it wet and let it work for a few minutes, and what you'll see, you'll start to see purple debris come down. So now that we've let the release dwell and melt away the iron deposits, we're just going to go ahead and rinse it away with a rinseless wash called Pink Wipeout. You'll notice we're not using a pressure washer. So we have the luxury here of being in California, where cars are simply just a little more clean, but also we've found over the last decade of doing this that the rinseless wash method is more often than not more efficient. You get a better detailed job and it's better for the environment. You'll also notice we're using inexpensive yellow towels here for the wheels. My mission is not to have it be completely clean because we're going to go back and clean it one more time. So we just finished with the Americana Release to remove the iron deposits, and now we're going to use an industrial degreaser called Americana Breakdown. This is specifically made for wheels and tires. It's going to remove grease and dirt. If you have an older tire, you'll start to notice immediately when you spray this on that the tire will start to release dark brown dirt. That's good. Next, you spray it on the wheel. And again, no matter what, always make sure your wheel is cool before spraying any detailing chemical on a wheel, because a hot wheel is very likely to stain. So Breakdown is designed for both wheels and tires. So you can actually see what's happening here is it's removing hidden dirt, it's removing the old tire dressing from the wheel, from the tire, which is good. It's also just removing in bed in-ground dirt and grease from the wheel. So your next step will be just to rinse all this off. If you have a pressure washer, this will actually go quicker. You just want to get all this dirt and grease off. See how dirty that is? These tires probably have 1,000 miles on them. You can see how much dirt is embedded in the tire. So here I'm just cleaning up the leftover spill mess. So you can see it's dirty, it's greasy, it's black, it's brown, there should be some purple in there. Just mopping it up. As you can see, again, wheels and tires with only about 1,000 miles on them hide a lot of dirt. And if you're like us, you want to put a permanent protection on there, you got to get all that off. So we finished cleaning the tire. Now we're going to dry it and do a final inspection. We use spot-free water. If you're not using spot-free water, you especially want to make sure it's dry because you don't want to have hidden water come out, stain the wheel. And last, just a final inspection wipe for drying and final detailing. A clean wheel and a clean tire isn't complete without a really nice tire dressing. The key to tire dressing is you want to use a dressing that makes it look clean and shiny, but doesn't sling all over the car. That's why we recommend Americana Midnight. Nubby tires like this are sometimes difficult, so you got to take a little bit of extra time. Remember, you just cleaned and detailed your wheel perfect, so you're probably going to make a mistake and go over it like that. If you do, that's okay. You want to avoid it touching your wheel because the wheel that you get dressing on will then attract dirt to that area. If it happens, you just go back at the end and wipe it off. Having one of these nice tire shine applicator brushes will really help you get into the nubs and grooves of not only big truck tires, but performance tires. If you want a really shiny tire, you can wait an hour or so, coat it again. If you want a less shiny tire, you can just go ahead and wipe off a bunch of excess. And it'll leave it more matte looking. And if you do get tire dressing over here on your wheel, like I said, make sure you go back, detail out your edges. So there you have it. That's how you professionally, fully detail a wheel. And look at this one, and look at this one. Wow, what a difference for a wheel that only had 1,000 miles on it, and how clean we can make it. So again, the steps are iron remover with Americana release, then use a heavy degreaser. In this case, we used Americana breakdown. Clean the wheel, make sure that you're using the proper towels, always in a cool place. And then after you dry it and inspect it, put on a nice tire dressing that won't sling all over the vehicle. And last but not least, we're gonna go ahead and put it back on the vehicle and make sure you torque it down to manufacturer's spec. That's probably the most important part of the whole process. Stay tuned, because next we're going to clean the rest of the exterior of this Ford Raptor.